Spicy Lemon.
Hello, Internet. My name is Spicy Lemon number 3, and I'm joined today by Spicy Lemon number 1, and today we're going to be checking out and reviewing the Bolt visual scripting tool for Unity. Now, if you don't know what this is just a pretty simple visual scripting solution. So if you want to get in to, like, type coding, but you're kind of stuck with visual scripting, this is a pretty good transition, because you'll be able to experience what you can be offered by type coding, and you'll be able to see like stuff that's actually in, but you'll still be working in a block coding format, which will probably be easier for you to comprehend. Yeah. So you want to say hi, Spicy?
Oh, hello there. Nice to see you all, and I'm going to be joined with Spicy Lemon member number 3 right now, because I wanted to tag along and also review this project as well, because I also use Unity, and I wanted to see how this would go, especially when it comes to coding. So we already have it all installed. If you need any help with that, I believe they have a tutorial on Unity's website. I might link that down in the description.
Well, it's also pretty simple as well.
Yeah, so let's just get started.
Alright, so I think we decided we're doing a first-person controller today. We both visual scripting. Alright, so let's get into some grounds.
How are we going to make this bean move using block coding, as I'm going to call it? In Scratch and many other websites that use block coding, it doesn't really allow you for much creative freedom, especially when you're trying to make advanced projects. But this is Unity, and because of this, we can actually make a lot of better projects than before, using this block coding API thing. So let's just jump right into it.
Alright, so today, so I believe how we do this is we take a machine. We want to say flow machine, so this will generate a flow chart. I'm just going to create a macro. Just going to say a file better. There you go. So now if we open up this, we can see here is our flow chart. And if you've ever done any type coding before, this will look familiar, because you got your start void and your update void. Now, one advantage I will say, and I don't know if there's a solution for this, but custom usage packages, but I'm sure those can be added some way, shape, or form. So, essentially this code will run on start, and this will run every frame, just like in type coding. So, I think the first step to creating a first-person controller, which is what we're going for, is a vector 2. Yeah, we probably want a vector 2. Actually, let's go with a vector 3, just because we can store jumping in there too. So you got this movement vector. We're also probably going to want a reference to a rigid body. So I'm just going to add that in. Rigid body, and then I'm going to get our beam here. So commonly in a first-person controller, what we'll do is we'll say input dot get axes. Oh wait, that's pretty nifty. It'll actually convert human readings from code readings to human readings. So I just take
I have no
this.
clue what that means. What is converting human stuff to coding stuff?
Well, like if it's input get axes or get axes through input on human reading, it's input dot get axes.
Okay.
Anyways. If I get the horizontal axis right here, and then bring in the movement vector, set movement vector.
Pretty sure it is.
One step, I'll just say create vector. Oh yeah, and then I can specify XYZ values.
It's actually quite simple.
Horizontals. Yeah.
So compared to what would usually happen, like if you got tripped up at some point, or if you didn't know what to add, maybe there's a certain variable you didn't know what to declare, or you didn't know where to code something to make something work, I know, for me at least, it's discouraging, because you don't know what to do. You have to try to find a solution online, and they don't always have it. But for here, I'm pretty sure you can just search up your issue, or you can just search up what you're trying to find, and eventually you'll come to a solution. Now, you have to have a basic understanding of code language and the, I believe, API that Unity uses. You have to have a basic knowledge of this, so that this way you actually understand what terms are being thrown around.
Yeah. But you can still use human reading, so if you have a basic idea of it, you just go to restriction and languages.
Alright, so what's gonna come after our vector?
Anyways, so we want to assign vertical to z, that, and then we probably want to plug this into a flowchart so that'll actually go in. And then we probably want to implement jumping as well. So if I just go if, can I get like a if statement?
I don't know, like how would you declare an if statement in block coding?
You would just say,
Do they have that?
that's probably under logic. Oh, sorry, here.
But basically, when I was coding Spunk, there were so many different like logic statements that I didn't know how to use when I was trying to make the original movement system for it. And it got bad. Like, I did not know what to declare. I didn't know how to type it. Like, the thing about coding and the thing that makes this great, if you don't know what specifically to type something, or you don't know how to type something, then you hit a brick wall. For this, you've already got it pre-made for you, so you don't have to spend the time typing it out. Although it takes a little bit of time to find the right block that you're looking for, since it's not as in-depth as it would be if you're just selecting normal Unity or typing out the normal Unity API.
Yes, check this out. I just found the thing while you were talking. I can create custom events by just clicking through a bunch of things, and this has created custom void for this, and that's pretty impressive. And then what I actually really like about this is I don't have to worry about sharing variables across classes and cross voids. It's pretty nice. I just say on keyword input, and then if I want to check if it's grounded. So when we press it, no, that's not. Alright, so if I just go ahead and say input.get, I think it's button. So if we're touching jump, and then we have to create a variable for each ground, which will just be words. So it is ground. Just create a boolean, and that'll be able to toggle. So in the update method, we want to set the boolean using something called physics.checksphere, which might actually be a bit tricky, but we'll see. So I need to create a place for it to check. So I just create a empty game object, call this checksphere, and move this down to the bottom. Will that work? Yeah, so I would select this guy in the input, and I would create a reference to a transform. So I'll just say checkpoint, and then transform. Nice, that's right there. So now I've got a reference to this transform. But it looks like I also need to assign the value of is being pressed. So where does this go? This kind of just ends here.
Right, because that's just going to lead you into the vector 3.
So this is an it input, so can I drag that over there? And then I can say, hold on, I'm going to try and use, actually no, I'm just going to say physics dot checksphere. And oh, that actually brings it up for me. So I only want position radius layer mask. Actually, do I even need a layer mask? I guess it's not gonna hurt, is it? So this is physics.checksphere. So if I just plug this into a flowchart, and then instead of declaring a custom position, I would just say get the checkpoint, which is a transform, and plug that into here. Oh, well, that needs to be converted to position. Transform get position of checkpoint. So that's getting the position of checkpoint, and that'll plug into the position of physics. Oh, what's going on here? Why is there an error? Let's just see how that plays out for the time being. Radius, I'm gonna preset.
Yeah, because is that like when it turns yellow? Is that like a really bad error, or like is it just?
Maybe it's just a warning. Oh, failed to fetch. Oh, let's see. Well, I guess we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, I mean,
If it's doomed. Alright, so anyways, let's just create a layer mask. Alright, so a layer mask is essentially a way to mark an object. So I can say that this has a layer, and I can press add layer, and I can say grounds. And now I can assign this the grounds, and if the game wants to check for something that has the layer grounds, this is going to come up, which is actually what we want to do in this situation. We want to check if we're touching an object that has the grounds tag. So if we just say what is grounds, like you'll find in many common FPS controls, create a layer mask, value as grounds, and we can simply drag what is grounds to here, and that'll work out completely. And then this will in theory take an output, and I can say set is grounded, set is grounded. Put this into the flowchart. Is this the value? Yeah, looks like it. Well, let's see. If I kind of just drag, it's pretty messy. Actually, I do apologize. So this code over here is just going to be checking if we're touching the grounds. And then we can get the value of that, A and B. Then we want to I don't know why I made it vector 3 so I just used it, but I'll just leave it there for now. So if we're pressing jump and we're touching the grounds, we want to add force or body, which can just be body dot add force, and we just say 0, 0, and we'll create a variable called jump height, spelled wrong. Also probably spelled wrong, just say float. And I can adjust that to my will. I'm just going to say 25 for now. Jump height. Get jump height. Plug that in. Wait, that's probably not what I want.
and why is that?
I want this to plug into a specific value. So I just want this to be the Y value. So actually, if I create vector 3 with special X, Y, Z's, I can just plug this into the Y. This needs to be connected to a flowchart because yes. So I just plug that to there. I wonder why this isn't showing up on the fetches. We've got that, so I can take this and plug it into there, and that should work. And then now stuff's just jumping. Oh, but now this needs to be plugged into something.
While Spice Limb member number 3 is trying to figure this out, I'm going to come in with a quick intermission. So just letting you all know, we have a Spunk Devlog coming up next, probably 2 weeks from now, and we have a loads in store, especially since we've had much more extra time after this. So make sure you stay tuned for that. We have a bunch of new things coming up, and basically the reason this is taking a little bit of time.
The flip animation. How do I make this?
You had logic, remember? Pull up the menu again.
Oh, alright, so now I just create something called branch. I will take this value. If it's true, we'll first this needs input, so if I just let's see if this is all jumping stuff. This needs to be plugged in. So here, if it's true, we'll go and do that. And then that adds force to the jump. So now we just need to go on to action.
Alrighty.
So let's create another reference to rigid body dot add force, and then we want to specify XYZ force, and then this is going to be where we actually move our beam here. So if we get the movement vector.
Didn't we have that from before though, back at the start, or was that for the jump?
That was the jump.
Oh, okay, I didn't realize. Sorry.
I think. Well, hold on. Was it? I have to think. Create. Oh, sorry. I haven't even assigned it. Wow, that's great. Set movement vector. No, that's not what I want. No.
That happens sometimes. I will say that's like pretty much the only flaw for this. Like you click on the wrong thing since the menus can be quite small. That's the only that in the installation process was a little bit it was
The installation process.
it wasn't hard per se, but like there were a lot of choices there that you had to make, and I don't really know any of those choices or what counts as good or not.
I figured out why this is the.
Oh, why is that?
No, I didn't. Never mind. That's really funny.
Wow, I've been lied to.
Get move vector. Let's see. I guess I would just put this in here. Because movement vector doesn't ever get a Y value, so I shouldn't have to worry about adding vertical force. Where should this plug in?
Well, all the ones that are highlighted right now should show you what you can plug into.
Let's look at here. Let's look at here. Which means this is creating that. I'm going to add force. So in theory, this is ready to work. This needs something to plug into.
Looks like it plugs into that rigid body right there. Yeah.
Yes, really should happen before, but
Alright, so what are we looking at now?
great discrepancy. Oh wait, last thing. On start, you want to set rigid body constraint.
Oh yeah, the reason that you want to do this is because if you don't, the bean is going to fall over and roll all over the floor since you can't stop it from falling over, and then the bean's just going to go back and forth, then back and forth, then back and forth.
Alright, so essentially I tried to organize it and messed up a bunch of stuff, and then everything broke. As you can see, there's 772 compiler errors, which is it's a lot of compiler errors. I mean,
God.
yeah, probably want to fix those. All 772 of them. But then that should, in theory, work. In theory, though. I never confirmed. Oh my gosh. What? Oh no.
This is good content.
Well, now, at least there's 500 something errors.
There's slightly more errors now.
There's 500 less errors
Hey,
than last time.
we're 500 less.
Yeah,
Oh.
let's go.
Oh, none of these are major errors.
No, these are warnings. There's no error. Oh
What did you
my
press that just made
gosh.
all those errors? It works!
I can't handle it.
Mr. Bean. Mr. Mr.
That's
Bean,
really
hold
cool.
on. You're gonna fall.
No.
No!
No.
Mr. Bean was never heard of again.
And it's come the time where we must actually depart. So,
Let's go.
yeah, I would say Bolt Heroes yeah, exactly. I'd say Bolt Heroes is pretty good. I have had negative experiences with it in the past, but now that I have a good idea to use it, I think it's really good. I'm still probably going to be sticking with text coding just because that's more easier for me. But if you want to get into text coding and you don't really know how, Bolt Visuals is a pretty good solution. I really recommend it.
My review is more of a 5 out of 10, maybe because like this is taking a lot longer than normal script coding, but the system in general is great, and if you understood it more, it's going to be much better. So, time for the outro. Don't forget you're amazing, and have a great day.